Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week I try to bring people from across the country to talk to me about things we could do right here in New Mexico. On this week's show, we got this.
That was something that kind of bothered me about female heroines.
And too much caffeine, especially before a workout, can leave you feeling really jittery.
All that and more right here on New Mexico Rising. So there's an exciting new development for Prime members that will make restaurant delivery more convenient and affordable. So joining us today is Austin Masterson, the technical advisor for Amazon's worldwide Prime organization. And Austin is here to share some exciting news about Amazon's latest partnership. So welcome to the show, Austin.
Thank you so much for having me, Dan. Happy to be here.
So why are Amazon and Grubhub expanding their partnership, my friend?
Prime exists to make our members' lives easier, more convenient, and honestly, a little more fun every day. We pull together this incredible selection, great savings, and quality entertainment into one membership. And today, we're very excited that we're able to bring Grubhub Plus into that membership for free. That means that as long as you're a Prime member, you're going to get $0 delivery fees, lower service fees, 5% cash back on pickup orders, and great savings at local restaurants anytime you order with Grubhub. And to make using those great Grubhub Plus perks even easier, we've brought Grubhub ordering right onto Amazon.com and to the Amazon shopping app. So whenever you're shopping on Amazon, your favorite restaurants are just a click away.
All right, I told myself I wasn't going to eat out as often, and I guess eating in is a better way to go. What are some perks of offering Grubhub on Amazon's website and app?
Yeah, well, we've just made it so simple. As you mentioned, sometimes you do want to cook in. Sometimes you want to have the cooking done for you. And with Prime, you've got both of those options available for you. If you're looking to cook in, we've built out this vast selection of groceries through Whole Foods, through Amazon Fresh, and local grocers as well. But for those times that you don't feel like you want to cook, or for if you're like me, the family doesn't want to eat what you've cooked, you get Grubhub Plus included with your Prime membership as well. So however you want to put dinner on the table, Prime has you covered.
My option is always chicken nuggets when people don't want to eat what I want to eat or cook. How can Prime members enjoy this Grubhub offer?
You're going to head straight to Amazon.com/Grubhub. While you're there, you'll be able to link your Prime membership and your Grubhub membership and start getting these Grubhub Plus perks included with Prime for free. That's $120 in value off of the cost of a normal Grubhub Plus subscription, all included in your Prime membership. And while you're there, you can order Grubhub right from Amazon. So give it a try.
All right, so what are some of the other perks of a Prime membership?
Now, well, Prime is just this incredible combination of savings, selection, and entertainment all in one single membership. We offer everything from the fast free delivery that members have kind of known us for. That's over 10 million items delivered either same day or next day in the U.S., but it goes way beyond that. It includes great quality content on Prime Video, like my recent favorite, which has been Fallout. It includes savings on healthcare through things like Prime RX and One Medical. Really, it gives you everything that you need to run your daily life.
Where can we go for more information?
Head straight to Amazon.com/Grubhub.
Thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much for having me, Dan.
June is National Dairy Month, and what better way to celebrate than exploring the delicious ways found in that dairy aisle? From traditional favorites to innovative non-dairy alternatives, there's pretty much something for everyone. So joining us today is chef and TV personality Jamie Gwen to share her favorite recipes and insights on the evolving dairy aisle. Welcome to the show, Jamie. How are you?
Hey, Dan. Thank you for having me. I'm very good and very happy in front of all of this fabulous food. Happy June Dairy Month to you. Yes, the dairy aisle is better than ever.
All right. So how does the dairy aisle offer variety for people on different diets?
Sure. Different diets, different budgets. I'll tell you, according to a recent survey, this is fascinating to me, if you don't mind, I have to mention, done by the National Frozen and Refrigerated Foods Association. Did you know the modern dairy aisle, which is really what it should be called today, is still the favorite aisle in the supermarket among consumers? I think because it does speak to and fulfill every dietary need and preference. And as we celebrate June Dairy Month, this is when all the special deals are there. So it's a really good time to go explore the new products, to find everything that you need for your life and to keep your grocery budget in check.
So how has the dairy aisle changed over the years?
It's changed drastically. I mean, I can tell you from when I was growing up, I mean, the dairy aisle was nice, but it wasn't so big, right? And today, it usually expands the entire length of the back of your grocery store. And it is often said that if you want to eat healthier, you shop the exterior of the grocery store, right? Those are perishable products. They tend to skew healthier. They might have a slightly shorter shelf life than the non-perishables. But what I think is so extraordinary about this gargantuan dairy aisle today is that you get international dairy products. You get all the substitutes that you alluded to. European style butter that we used to try to figure out how to get back from Europe as chefs, we now get very easily accessible in almost every grocery store. Why European style butter? Because it has a lower water content and a higher butter fat, and it's delicious. And you can use just a little less, and you still just get all that goodness. I mean, if you haven't looked in at Greek yogurt lately, there have to be hundreds of flavors, right? Which means we're satisfying everybody's cravings. You can get 17 grams of protein in your Greek yogurt serving today if you're looking to pump up your protein. So there's just so many ways to expand your culinary horizons.
Can you tell us about some of the improvements in the non-dairy milk and other non-dairy products?
Definitely so. So I keep coffee creamer in my house at all times because that's what I put in my coffee, right? But if you start to look at labels, you will see that there are no artificial sweeteners, no artificial colors, no preservatives like there used to be in coffee creamers. And then I started taking a next step and I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to use this non-dairy or dairy substitute ingredient in more than just my coffee? Or if you want to take any of my recipes and substitute a non-dairy cheese, you can easily do that today because there are so many wonderful options. So all the fabulous food that you see is made with the traditional dairy ingredients or all of those new products and that innovation that's come to the dairy aisle to fulfill everybody's needs.
So what are your favorite recipes from the dairy aisle?
Okay, so I just developed a whole new batch of recipes, as you see here, for easyhomemeals.com. So in my house, I have a 4-year-old. The grilled cheese reigns supreme. So I had to figure out how to make a grilled cheese for breakfast. This breakfast grilled cheese is a combination of cottage cheese and whipped cream cheese, because, you know, cottage cheese is having its day. It's actually having its year, its moment, right? And then your favorite jam on a refrigerated English muffin, because, by the way, the dairy aisle has refrigerated doughs and the best English muffins, and it's got a little of everything now. And this is my twist on the classic, but it's a breakfast grilled cheese sandwich. You toast it in a pan in a little brown butter. It's decadent.
Chef Jamie Gwen, thanks for joining me this morning. I think me and your 4-year-old have the same taste. I think that's what's going on there.
Well, then come on over.
All right, so where can we go for more information? One more time.
Thank you. easyhomemeals.com. All the recipes posted. Oh, and a $10,000 sweepstakes, which I am not eligible for, so I hope you win.
Okay. Well, there you go. Chef Jamie Gwen, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in the United States, causing significant morbidity, reduced quality of life, and billions of dollars in healthcare spending. With healthcare costs projected quadruple by 2050, the implications are staggering. So today we are joined by Dr. Karen Joynt Maddox, a volunteer expert with the American Heart Association. She's here to discuss a new report highlighting these severe impacts. Welcome to the show, Dr. Maddox. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
So what is cardiovascular disease and what are some of the risk factors?
So cardiovascular disease is sort of an umbrella term for problems with the heart and the blood vessels. So things like heart attacks and strokes, heart failure and heart rhythm problems, that would all fall under cardiovascular disease. The risk factors we call life's essential 8. And the American Heart Association has defined these 8 things that can increase your risk for any of those cardiovascular diseases. So that's high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, which is diabetes, and obesity, and then behaviors like not getting enough sleep or enough exercise, having a poor diet, and of course, smoking or using other forms of tobacco.
All right, I can relate to some of those. Can you share some highlights from these new reports, and what does that mean for individuals and communities?
Absolutely. So we're predicting pretty major increases in cardiovascular disease in the next 25 years. So we're projecting that 60% of US adults will have some form of cardiovascular disease or hypertension by 2050, up from about half right now, which translates to 184 million people with some form of cardiovascular disease. Now, that also translates into a big increase in healthcare costs, as you mentioned. One of the things that's important to think about, though, is that this doesn't necessarily have to be the future. A lot of cardiovascular disease is preventable. And so by focusing on prevention, by focusing on what you can do for yourself as well as for your community, we hope to change those trends going forward.
So can you talk about the demographic shifts in cardiovascular disease?
Sure. So the US is aging, right? We're getting older as a country, and the baby boomers are aging into retirement. And with more older people comes more cardiovascular disease. We're also seeing a diversification of the US population. And so more people who are Black, Hispanic, Asian, or multiracial, groups that tend to have worse access to healthcare and higher rates of cardiovascular disease. So another really important place to pay attention for what we could do to change these trends.
Thank you for joining me this morning, Dr. Maddox. Where can we go for more information about this?
So we'd recommend you go to heart.org. That's the American Heart Association's website. And there you can find information about those life's essential 8 that I mentioned, as well as anything else you'd want to know about cardiovascular disease and how you can get involved, not only for your own health, but for the health of your families and for your communities.
Thanks for joining me this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
So today we're diving into the captivating world of the Hollywood High Chronicles with its author, Melissa Velasco. This metaphysical series follows Melanie Slate and her friends as they navigate the challenges of high school while battling evil with newly discovered powers. Melissa is a seasoned choreographer, professor, and crystal grid teacher. Today she's here to give us a little insight into the world of the Hollywood High Chronicles. Let's welcome her to the show. Hello, Melissa. How are you?
Hi, I'm so excited.
All right, can you tell us what is the Hollywood High Chronicles?
So it is a 16-book series that follows 4 years of high school. So you have the freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year. Each of those has 4 books to it. And it's essentially this girl who gets into a group of people and they start to discover a whole wide world of problems and shenanigans, metaphysical, along with all the usual stuff that teens go through, as if that isn't enough.
So, like, how does a series that's about Hollywood kind of relate with New Mexico itself?
So one of the things that I wanted to do when I started the series was make sure that all of my covers had cover models. I'm very ingrained into a lot of the arts programs out here. Mm-hmm. And I've become really good friends with quite a few models and actors in the area. So I very specifically hire New Mexico models and actors through DME Talent Agency, which is local here to Albuquerque. I live out here. I'm a New Mexico author, but I grew up in Los Angeles and went to Hollywood High.
Oh, there you go.
I had all of that to pull from, and then, New Mexico is so important to me. So I get to work with all these artists here on this metaphysical thriller series.
So where can you find the book series?
So it is at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and also at HollywoodHighChronicles.com, where I do signed copies.
Nice.
Which is very cool.
So have you guys got any awards for it?
We have. So I submitted to several different book festivals. Mm-hmm. Books 1 and 2 got honorable mentions in the Hollywood Book Fest, which I was so excited because the competition's stiff. And then I submitted to Los Angeles Book Festival. Decided to take a huge chance because it's a big festival, and we got first runner-up young adults series, and I'm about to go out to the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood for the big awards on the 20th.
Nice. All right, so it stars a female hero, and the character is Melanie Slates.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you consider her different than most of the other female heroes in some of these adult books?
Melanie has a lot of layers. That was something that kind of bothered me about female heroines, was I felt like they were either really, really, really tough or they were really, really, really smart. But I felt like there was this lack of three-dimensionality in some of them. I mean, obviously, there's amazing characters out there. But one of my goals was to create this really tragic, real, deep, she has problems, she has insecurity, she has all the human stuff. You throw in this metaphysical stuff, and it does not make her life easier. And I love that, because that's how life works. I mean, all of us have our abilities and our talents, and they do not always make life easier. So, and I love that she's quirky and she's got, she's got issues.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, what can we go for pick up the book, and how can we follow you on social media? Because you have, 4 books out, and you're working on the 5th now, and you got a couple more down in the pipe?
I do. The 5th is with the editor now, and the goal is to put out 2 to 3 a year, but we've got a whole lot more written than the series is doing well.
Okay.
And so Instagram, Melissa Velasco on Instagram. I've also got the Hollywood High Chronicles specifically on Facebook. And I'm looking for followers because we're having a good time. The other thing is, if people go to go to HollywoodHighChronicles.com and you click on the book 1, if you put in your email address, you get the first 8 chapters for free, which is super fun. And then we've got an ebook special running right now. So it's a cool way to get people in, and then we send out these super fun emails, and it's not your typical series. We're really working to engage with people. I want to hear from people. Part of this that's been so enjoyable is getting emails in or messages in from people who are like, hey, I've got these really great friends in your series, which is one of the things I wanted. I want people to feel like they're part of it.
Gotcha.
And I want to hear from them because my readers are pretty cool.
Melissa Velasco, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
If you want to go check her out, her website is HollywoodHighChronicles.com. Make sure you follow her on Instagram and Facebook. And go pick up her book at HollywoodHighChronicles.com, or available also on Amazon. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Summer is the best time to get up and get moving. So here to help is best-selling author and fitness expert Joey Thurman. Joey is best known for training A-list clients, and his book is The Minimum Method: The Least You Can Do to Be a Stronger and Healthier, Happier You. Welcome to the show, Joey. How are you?
Thanks for having me. I've never been to Albuquerque, but now I need to go.
Hey, it's like kind of nice during the summer and spring. It's a little warmer than usual, but you should definitely come out here. A little mile high, so you get that energy while you're running out there.
I'll go kind of nice. Thanks for having me.
All right, so why is summer a good time to establish a fitness routine, my friend?
Yeah, in my book, The Minimum Method, and also what I tell my A-list clients, is that people don't need extreme workouts or starvation diets to lose weight and get in shape. Now, summer weather is perfect for starting an exercise plan and taking advantage of some new ways to help everyone be more fit and have fun along the way.
And do you have a suggestion for maintaining hydration and energy while trying to stay fit?
Absolutely. And hydration, especially in the summer when you're sweating more, is key. But no one wants just plain gross water, especially myself, for their summer workouts. And too much caffeine, especially before a workout, can leave you feeling really jittery. Now, I've been using this for years. That's why I love Optima Nutrition Amino Energy Plus Electrolytes. It has both electrolytes and caffeine from natural sources to give me the energy I need anytime during the day. And of course, during my workouts, it's a real game changer. Optima Nutrition Amino Energy Plus Electrolytes comes in a few refreshing fruit flavors, which we all love, like Strawberry Burst and my favorite, Watermelon Blast. So you can boost your water with flavor and score the added benefits of caffeine plus electrolytes. Just add a scoop or 2 to your water bottle and get going.
So how important is brain health as part of staying fit?
Yeah, I mean, we've got to have a healthy mind for a healthy body, right? So that mind-body connection is very important. So it's time to add Cognizin, like I do every single day, a brain health nutrient that has been clinically studied to support brain health, focus, and attention to your daily routine at home, in the office, or, of course, at the gym. It's super easy to find in Goli's new Matcha Mind Cognitive Gummies, which are available at Target, Amazon, and other retailers nationwide. So keep well with Goli and be sure to look for Cognizin on the label.
So how important is good nutrition for a summer fitness program?
Yeah, we need to feed our body, fuel our body. So feel better and, of course, look better. Good nutrition is crucial for a summer fitness program as it provides the necessary energy and nutrients to fuel our workouts and support muscle recovery. That also helps in achieving and maintaining a healthy body composition with less fat and more muscle, bonus, and that enhances your overall performance.
And do you have any other fun tips for a fit summer?
Of course, let's get snacking. Now, in my book, The Minimum Method, I talk about exercise snacking. So this is just little bites of exercise that you can take. So 10-minute walks after meals, 3 a day, that's 30 minutes of cumulative movement in those exercise snacks. Or take, a burst workout when you can, or walk at home if it's raining. I shot a huge production in Los Angeles, Walk at Home YouTube channel, and you can turn that on and just get walking, get moving, anything you can. Resistance training a few days a week. Just grab a bite of exercise and that conscious effort, like I coined in my book, The Minimum Method, and that'll help you feel better and, of course, look better too.
Joey, where can we go for more information and maybe even follow you on social media and get your book?
Yeah, of course, tipsontv.com. You can find me at Joey Thurman Fit on all these socials.
Thanks for joining me this morning, Joey.
Cheers, thank you.
With so many choices available, today's customers expect more than just quality products. They want to feel valued and respected. This is especially true for phone carriers where many customers feel neglected over time. So here to share her insights on choosing customer-centric service providers is lifestyle expert Vivian Fabiola. Welcome to the show, Vivian. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So what are Americans looking for when purchasing a phone service?
I think the main thing that we're all looking for out there are the best deals, right? We all want to know what we're getting for the money we're paying. So transparency is super important. And like you mentioned, customer service as well. So we want to feel valued by a brand. We want to feel like our business is appreciated.
So why is customer service so important for customers?
If we really think about it, the two main reasons why you might take your business elsewhere, number one, rising costs or like surprise fees. And number two, customers who feel unappreciated, we tend to take our business elsewhere. Like just recently, I'll give you an example. I had a bad experience with only a 3-year-old TV. And the brand didn't go above and beyond to help me. So what did I do? I turned around and I took my business to a different brand. So I think we live in such a fast-paced society where we have so many options that it's important to really polish that relationship we have with like our current existing customers.
So what are some tips for customers that are looking to switch brands?
Yeah, so whether you're looking for a new phone carrier or any product or brand that you're looking to switch over to, I think the first thing is to kind of do your research of obviously make a list of your needs and wants. What are you looking for in a product or in a service? And then do your research. The internet is at our fingertips, whether you like to research things on TikTok or if you're like me, I love to watch people's reviews and insights on YouTube. I think that's a great start. And then from there, figure out what companies are going to give you like more bang for your buck. A lot of companies are now offering incentives to customers. So I think it's just a matter of doing your research. But luckily, we live in such a digital world that that's just all available to us.
Speaking of incentives, what are some of the benefits that companies are offering?
Yeah, so if we think about it, the credit cards offering us these extra perks, the cash back, the points for food is kind of a thing of the past because a lot of companies are actually offering these free add-ons or subscription services and taking it back to the wireless carriers. For example, Metro by T-Mobile just announced their MetroFlex plans, and one of their plans actually offers things like Amazon Prime membership, with in itself is a $14.99 value. So if you think about it, if you're somebody that is always on the go and you can really take advantage of that 2-day shipping, why not have it be added to your phone plan that you're already paying for? So I think it's just a matter of finding out what companies are offering what and which one catches your eye the most. In addition to, like the Amazon Prime, I think you also get Google storage. So we all take so many pictures. I think that's a super perk for people that love to be on social media and that are always capturing content. So I think there's like a variety of factors that you just have to take into consideration when looking for a service and see what exactly they're going to offer you. So like I said, you can get more bang for your buck, if you will.
All right, Vivian, where can we go for more information?
Yeah, if you're looking to switch over, make sure to visit metrobytmobile.com.
Thanks for joining me this morning, Vivian.
Yes, thank you, Dan. Have a great day.
Schizophrenia is a complex and chronic brain disorder, yet it remains widely stigmatized and can be a challenging journey for patients and their loved ones to navigate. While there's no cure for the condition, leading a full and hopeful life is possible for the approximately 2.8 million adults who are living with this condition. So joining us is psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner Desiree Matthews, here to discuss the realities for adults living with schizophrenia and how treatment can help them live life on their own terms. Welcome to the show, Desiree. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so what is schizophrenia and why is it so difficult to treat?
So you mentioned an important point that schizophrenia is a chronic brain disorder. There's no cure, but there are very effective treatments out there. And what makes schizophrenia so difficult to treat is that we need really medication lifelong at this point. Daily medication is often prescribed, and this can be so challenging for anybody. Think about yourself or a loved one. If you have to take medication every day, this is hard, and it can be especially difficult for those living with a serious mental illness like schizophrenia. And we know that early and consistent treatment is really key for best outcomes of these individuals.
So how can we reduce the stigma surrounding schizophrenia, because people just immediately dismiss someone that has been diagnosed?
Yeah, so stigma can affect people, their families, the patients, or individuals themselves. And this is why talking about schizophrenia and giving hope that thriving after the diagnosis is possible. And I'm here in partnership with Johnson & Johnson to spread the message really of hope about treatment options and modern schizophrenia treatment options that have been shown to delay relapses and to help improve the outcomes of those living with schizophrenia.
So what treatment options are available for those living with schizophrenia?
So for adults living with schizophrenia, there are oral medications. These need to be taken every single day because even missing just a few pills can really increase the relapse of a patient living with schizophrenia. And these relapses can be especially damaging. They can reduce treatment response in the future and lead to poor outcomes. But now we have modern schizophrenia treatment options like LAIs, including J&J's LAIs. We have Invega Sustenna, which is given once a month, Invega Trinza, which is given every 3 months, and now we have Invega Hafira, which is given just twice a year, or every 6 months. So now we've reduced the need to taking treatment 365 days a year to potentially just 2 times a year. Of course, it's important to talk to your healthcare professional about treatment options, including these LAIs I mentioned, because every medication has its risk and benefit, and it's important to personalize treatment for each individual.
Desiree Matthews, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information on this?
Oh, that's a great question. So for more information about schizophrenia or long-acting injectable treatments, you can visit a website called treatyourschizophrenia.com. That's treatyourschizophrenia.com.
Thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much.
And that's it for New Mexico Rising. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you actually want to be on the show, just email me. That's newmexicorising@gmail.com. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. And if you want to buy some of the books that some of the authors send us, go to our website. That's newmexicorising.com. Until next week, that was New Mexico Rising.